Hey guys, here's your guys' extra credit opportunity at Quadratic Formula. I'm gonna go through numbers 2 through 8 for you guys just to give you guys some ideas or just a better understanding how to do this. Okay, so let's all remember our lovely quadratic formula, which is negative b, x equals negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, so we're looking at number 2. Okay, so for number 2, our a value, guys, there's a 1 in front of that k squared, so a is equals to 1, b equals 5, and c is equals to negative 6. Now, when you guys use the quadratic formula, you plug in 1 in for a, 5 in for b, and negative 6 into c. So following the formula, you guys, negative of b, which is negative 5, plus or minus b to the second power, so that's 5 to the second power minus 4 times your guys' a, which is 1, times your guys' c, which is negative 6. All over 2 times a, which is 2 times 1. So this is going to be negative 5 plus or minus 5 squared, you guys, that's 25. Negative 4 times 1 times negative 6, you guys, that's positive 24. All over 2. X is going to equals to negative 5 plus or minus square root of 49 all over 2, which is negative 5 plus or minus 7 all over 2. The square root of 49, you guys, is 7. And now we have two cases, right? Negative 5 plus 7 all over 2, and negative 5 minus 7 all over 2. Negative 5 plus 7, you guys, is 2 over 2, which is 1. Negative 5 minus 7 is negative 12 all over 2, which is negative 6. So your guys' answers are 1 and negative 6. Does not matter what order it's in. It does not matter because those brackets represent it is two types of solutions. Okay, number 4. Again, I'm going to drag this down, okay, just so that we always have this reminder of the formula. So our a value, it's 2, right? Now you guys, it's really a negative 1, so our b is negative 1, and our c is negative 13. And again, you plug in a, b, and c into our formula. So x equals negative of our b value, which is negative 1, plus or minus negative 1 to the second, that's our b squared, minus 4 times our a, which is 2, times our c, which is negative 13. All over 2 times a, which is 2 times 2. So negative of negative 1, you guys, that's positive 1, plus and minus. Negative 1 squared, you guys, that's positive 1. Negative 4 times 2 times negative 13, you guys. That is 104 to... Hold on one sec. Oh. Okay, wait. 8. 13 times 8. 4 to 104. 4 to 8. Why do I feel like that's wrong? Hold on one sec. I know I'm missing something, but I'm trying to figure out what. Oh my gosh. You guys, I forgot to subtract it by 2. That is supposed to be 0, so I had to subtract 2 to both sides. 2a squared minus a minus 15 equals 0. That's a whole lot better. You can only use quadratic formula when you set it equals to 0. So a value is going to be 2. This is a negative 1. So your b is going to be negative 1. And this is your c value. And your c value, guys, is negative 15. So x is equals to negative of negative 1 plus and minus negative 1 squared minus 4 times your a, which is 2, times your c, which is negative 15, all over 2 times a, which is 2 times 2. Much better. X is going to equals to negative of negative 1 is positive 1 plus and minus 1. Negative 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 15, you guys, is a positive 120 all over 4. And this, you guys, is 1 plus or minus square root of 121 over 4. And the 121, you guys, that is a perfect square of 11. And now we have two cases, right? 1 plus 11 all over 4. 1 minus 11 all over 4. 12 over 4, which is 3. And this, you guys, is negative 10 over 4. And you guys can divide top and bottom by 2. Which would have given you guys negative 5 over 2. So for that answer, you guys would have gotten, again, order does not matter. These brackets represent solutions. 3, comma, 3 and negative 5 over 2. Number 6, again, the equation has to equal to 0, which I made a mistake on the previous problem. So add 2 to both sides. B squared minus 4b minus 12 equals 0. Remember, there's a 1 in front of that b squared, you guys. So a is equals to 1, b equals negative 4, and c is equals to negative 12. Again, make sure we're constantly using this formula, right? So x equals negative of b, which is negative 4, plus and minus negative 4 squared minus 4 times your a times your guys' c, all over 2 times a, which is 2 times 1. X equals negative 4, you guys, is 4, plus and minus negative 4 squared, you guys, that's 16, minus 4 times your a, which is 1. Oh, so then negative 4 squared, 16. Negative 4 times 1 times negative 12, you guys, that's positive 48 all over 2. So 4 plus and minus square root of 64 over 2. And you guys, the square root of 64, that is 8. So 4 plus and minus 8 over 2. And now you guys can split it up into its two forms. 4 plus 8 over 2 is one way. 4 minus 8 over 2 is the other solution. 12 over 2, 6. Negative 4 over 2, negative 2. So our answer is 6 and negative 2. Again, order does not matter, right? The order does not matter. Okay, lastly, it's 8. So again, the whole equation has to equal to 0. Now, one thing you guys should notice, if you guys add 5 to the left-hand side, do you guys realize that this 5 can't combine with either of these two, right? So we move them over. Plus 5. The reason why is you guys cannot combine this 5 with any of these. Now, if this was 5a, we can combine it with the 6a. Or if this was 5a squared, we could combine 5a squared with 8a squared. But that's just a simple 5. So you can't combine that with anything. So we have this, and that 5, you guys, that will be your guys' new c value. And then making sure we have the formula handy dandy for us, right? So x equals negative 6 plus or minus 6 squared minus 4 times your guys' a times your guys' c, all over 2 times a, which is 2 times 8. So we got negative 6 plus and minus square root of 36. Let's see, 4 times 8 is 32, and 32 times 5, you guys, that's negative 160 all over 16. So negative 6 plus and minus 36 minus 160, you guys, that is negative 124 all over 16. Now, we actually have to simplify that square root of negative 124, you guys. So remember, you make it positive, but then an I comes out, right? Because the square I is equal to negative square root of negative 1. And then you guys could do your lovely tree, right? Well, 2 could go into that because that's an even number, so that's 62. 2 could go into that, which is 31. And that's it, because 31 is prime. So we got pairs of 2's and a leftover of a 31. So this is really going to be 2 square root 31i. So back to our original, negative 6 plus or minus 2 square root 31i all over 16. And if you guys notice, you guys can divide both of those by 2. Negative 3 plus and minus square root of 31i all over 8. And you guys will have 2 answers right. Negative 3 plus the positive version of that over and the negative version of that. And that should be your guys' answer. Now, I'm prone to make mistakes for 4, so... And look at that. That's what you guys get as well. Okay? So it just requires practice, but hopefully these 4 will help you guys and, keep on practicing, okay? You guys got this. All right, good luck. Peace.